guys really had that explosive first inning. What kind of went wrong over those latter innings, and what did UCF kind of do to hamper your guys' offense?
Well, we did a good job in the first inning, and that young man settled in and pitched a nice ball game to the fifth, and then the relief pitchers came in and executed some nice pitches against us, and it was a close back and forth ball game from that point on. And that's baseball. They have a good pitching staff, and they made some nice pitches.
A 4-run first inning. Just having a guy like Carson Benj, what's it like to see him, utilize being a two-way player and just, when he has to be focusing on hitting, going yards today as well, and just trying to show up for the offense going into tomorrow. Yeah,
it's well documented. We speak about Carson often. He's a very talented player. He does a lot of things on the field. He's a great outfielder, runs the bases well. He's a fine hitter. He's just a very excellent all-around player, and that was on display again today. He had a couple big swings and a couple RBIs and did a nice job for us. I mean, he's a remarkably talented player. There's no doubt about it. I've said many things about him over the course of the year, and I can't emphasize enough what a gifted player he is. He is very special.
Josh, coming into the day, what was kind of the hope with Brennan? Were you hoping to get 3-4 out of him? And
just wanted him to go out there and establish the game for us. And his last outing was a really good outing at Oral Roberts. And after we fought through the first inning, just couldn't regain his feel for the baseball in the second inning. So obviously not quite the type of outing we envisioned for him or he wanted for himself.
Those 9th and 10th innings, from your perspective, kind of take me through that chess match you were playing with Rich from kind of a –
Well, I mean, Gabe was throwing the ball great, and they've got some very experienced, talented hitters, and you're trying to get to certain parts of the zone with Gabe's best pitches, and some of their hitters are difficult. They put the ball in play. They're old. They're strong. They're mature. They're a very good offensive team.
Coach,
so we're just trying to match up. I mean, basically trying to get to the matchup where we thought percentages were in our favor, and some of the right-on-right matchups were to our advantage. So we put some guys on base that were, left-handed hitters, and then it's just a good old-fashioned baseball strategy there late. That's kind of what you saw on display.
Coach, being in Orlando a few months ago in March, what was just the difference between tonight being in between the lines and losing the first 2 games in Orlando and winning the third game back a few months ago against the Knights program?
About 9 million things are different. It's 1 o'clock in the morning in a 50,000-seat baseball stadium in a conference tournament versus right in the middle of a 3-game. I mean, it's night and day. I'm saying if you're just looking at what's different about it, it's just a very different setting. But their ball club is still very good, and our ball club's a much improved club from then. I mean, but yeah, what's different about it? I mean, everything. I mean, just a different setting, right? Just a different environment. I mean, conference tournaments, and it's just a different vibe, but they still have the same quality bunch of athletes on the field, so do our players, and it was a good ball game. I mean, hey, it came down to an extra inning base hit by their kid with 2 outs. We couldn't respond.
You've seen a couple gutsy at-bats from Tyler over the season's course. What did you think of that one in the 8th inning for you guys?
It's a great reflection of who he is. I mean, really is. Just a kid that's fought his way back from a serious wrist surgery, and his determination to play for his club and all those things are very much on display. It was a big hit. Gave us a shot right there to maybe flip the board, but we tied it up and hit a ball earlier in the game to the track in center field. So he hit some balls hard tonight. I think he had a good night.